Hello, how would you like to draw an ant with me? Got my paper-oriented landscape style because my ant's going to be kind of crawling across this way. I've got a bunch of different pens here. I'm probably going to use all three. So let's get to it. All right, so I like to draw ants. I start my ants the way I start lots of stuff, just with the eye, right? They've got kind of weird mouth parts. I don't know, that's probably not exactly what their mouth parts look like, but that's how I draw them. And then coming out of here, they've got kind of like this weird little comma-shaped body. I guess I shouldn't call it weird. It's not weird if you're an actual ant, right? Coming out of the ant's front, you've got these cool segmented legs. And then going backwards, this one's a little bit bigger. And then coming out of the way back, this one's really big and beefy. Ants are, super sturdy, super strong little critters. So I like to give them nice, powerful legs. Okay, while I'm at it, I'll draw the other legs coming out front. They have 6 legs, right? Lots of legs. And then they've got this big old caboose. Big old booty. Okay, now coming out of the front here, I always give them these feet that just have 2 toes and like a little thing, and then just like 2 toes, little thing between them, and a little going back up. Coming out here, 2 toes. I'm sure if there was like a doctor that studied these bugs, they might be upset with my characterization of their feet, but they're just kind of these things. I don't know. I spend too much time on them. Well, there you go. That's kind of my ant shape. A couple things that are important to the ant's overall look. Ants have cool antennae. So I'll draw some antennae coming out here. They're also kind of segmented. You just kind of droop down a little bit. Kind of draw them in pairs, right? Ants have 2 antennas. Antennae, I don't know what the plural is. Something like that. And they've got these cool kind of segments back here on their thorax. Alright, there we go. They're also kind of hairy, so I like to stick in a little bit of ant hair here and there. Okay. Let's see, what can we do with this ant? Well, I think we can give it a nice kind of like insect eyeball. Right there. I think I might switch over now to my ballpoint pen and just do some shading here and there. Oops, there we go. My pen wasn't ready to cooperate. Not just yet. So the big thing about making these ants for me is that they're rounded, that they have kind of rounded body parts. You don't want them to be flat. So I'm just gonna kind of do the underside here, some of the limbs and some of the body parts, and to give it kind of a sense of it being rounded. Start out small and then kind of push back. Wait, a nice little ant. I think I might come in here with a little shadow. You know what I want. You know what I want. I want my chisel tip. So to get the shadow on this guy, I mean, you don't want to lose the feet. But then again, the feet aren't the most important thing about the ant. So if they get covered up or they don't look exactly right, that's okay. Yeah, see, I wasn't super careful with my chisel tip. It's hard to be careful with the chisel tip. But that's a pretty good shadow for my little ant there. There you go. Thanks very much for drawing an ant with me today. I'll see you around.